We got our boba from Bon Bon Tea House. We got our food, and now we're going to the CSUN campus to film this Q&A. Let's get to it. Hey guys, it's me Noelle.
And it's me, Emily.
Right now we are on CSUN's campus and we're going to answer your questions about UC Davis. Specifically for incoming freshmen. School starts in about 2 months, end of September, and I'm sure all you future Aggies are super excited to be on campus next year.
Or even from home, these questions also apply to you. So however you're doing your first year of college, we want to help you out and give you some of our experience.
So hope you guys enjoy this content. And let's get into it. Alright, so question number 1 is, how do you make friends?
Yeah, that is a really great question. I would say, first of all, your dorm, there are people already built in for you to try to get to know. Everyone is desperate to find friends the first week, so just exchange numbers, contact information, social media, just try to get connected. Also, clubs are a great way to get started. I know clubs are doing their kickoffs a little differently since things are going to be online, so maybe do a little bit of research. In the first few weeks, you're not committing to anything, so just check out everything you can is my tip.
For me, finding friends was like one thing I was really worried about. One piece of advice I would give you guys is just put yourself out there. Like Emily said, everyone's trying to find friends. Everyone who's a freshman is in the same exact spot as you are. So just take the first step, reach out to people, make awkward conversation if that's what you need to do, because I'm sure people will appreciate it.
How do you choose classes / build your schedule?
How I did it and how I've been doing it is that I just literally spend hours on Schedule Builder, typing in different things, checking in the different checkboxes. And you have to keep in mind your requirements for your major and choose the GEs based off of that. But basically, I just explore classes, read the descriptions. Also, talking to upperclassmen really helped me.
I think one thing that was super helpful for me is to go onto your My Oasis account. You can see exactly which GEs, what credits you need to take for your major, and it'll show you which ones are fulfilled and not fulfilled. So check that out if you need some inspiration, and then go to Schedule Builder, download this Chrome extension. I'm pretty sure it's called Schedule Helper or
UC
UC
right
Davis
here.
Helper. It will tell you which classes conflict in your schedule, because in the beginning I didn't know that, so I was manually writing down each class time. Don't do that. It's a waste of your time. Download the extension.
Favorite and least favorite lecture hall / classroom?
I think Noelle and I can both agree we don't really like the social science and humanities building. Its nickname on campus is the Death Star because it is so difficult to find any classes. Hopefully, if you have something in that building, they give you directions, pictures ahead of time to help you out, because it is very confusing.
It's literally a maze.
Yeah.
It was built to be like a maze. Do you have a favorite?
Oh yeah, my favorite I think is Geet Hall because my club met in there every Friday. I also had classes in there, and is right next to Tercero, which is where I was living, so I could literally roll out of
Walking
bed,
distance.
walk there 10 minutes before class, and still make it on time. So
Yeah, Geet's really nice. I really like Geet. My personal favorite is California Hall. It's the biggest lecture hall on campus. I don't know, it just has that college-y vibe. There's literally 400 seats in there. It's really well lit. It has 3 huge screens. It's just a really nice lecture hall. And my least favorite is Wellman classrooms. You usually have your discussions in there. They're kind of small in my opinion. Wellman's not the nicest building, although everyone has classes in Wellman, so it's not that bad.
What is the student body like? Well, I really appreciate how our student body is super diverse, and UC Davis prioritizes having first-generation students. So actually, I looked it up, around 42% of our student population is first-generation, and
That's
I feel
amazing.
like that brings a new energy to the table, a lot of diversity, people coming from different backgrounds and upbringings, and I feel like that contributes a lot to the culture at Davis.
There's also racial diversity, religious diversity. You could literally find a group for you. I feel like I'm speaking for all colleges, but Davis especially. Also, in terms of age, they're older people, super young people. It's just really a melting pot of people, and I love that about Davis. So this one pertains to kind of this time that we're living in. What are online classes like from our experience?
So far, we've had 1 full quarter of online. I would say lectures are still important. Go to them, go to discussions. It actually gives you an opportunity to get to know professors and other students better, because people have an equal chance of participating. It's easier to message people really fast.
That's true.
Teachers are willing to schedule extra office hours and different things. So just because things are online doesn't, for me, I didn't feel like the quality of my education went down at all. In fact, it gave people more opportunities to participate.
From my experience, I was lucky because all my classes last quarter were actually really organized thanks to my professors. You kind of have to give your professors and TAs some slack because this is a really new time. We're all trying to figure out the whole online system. But what I would recommend is talking to your professor and communicating with them. If you don't understand something on Canvas or like where the assignments are, just ask them and they'll be more than happy to help. Online school, I know it seems like a little intimidating, especially if this is your first time doing it. It's not that bad. You just have to show up, treat it like a regular classroom setting, and yeah, you'll be fine.
All right, so this is specific to the UC Davis campus, and the question is, what is your favorite egghead? So the eggheads are these statues that are randomly scattered throughout Davis.
I have two favorites. Bookhead is the egghead in front of Shields Library. The face is in a book. It's like supposed to represent studying and whatever. There's a tradition where you kiss it for good luck to ace your finals.
Oh, I did not know that.
But do not do that during COVID.
Yes.
And my other favorite is the one in front of the music building. It's right next to the Annie Pitzer Center, and it's kind of like going like...
Yeah, that one is my favorite.
That's your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I'll insert a picture of us right here. How do you get involved on campus? So the very first week of college for me, or the very first 2 weeks, I was like freaking going to every single club out there. Emily remembers.
Mm-hmm.
One day I was in ballet, the other day I was in taekwondo. I was just really trying to take advantage of the clubs and activities and trying to get involved to find my group of people, you know. Let me just be honest with you guys, sometimes it doesn't work out. Those two actually didn't work out for me because I realized I'm not that athletic. But that shouldn't discourage you from trying it out. You'll meet some really cool people. In fact, I'm actually in touch with some of those people that I met at those clubs. So how do you get involved? Just go to the meetings. Like, they will have reminders for you. There's like a club day where you can get to know people, and just try it out and don't be afraid.
One way that I got involved in campus was to take advantage of the on-campus resources that are already built in. You're technically paying for them, but they're free and available to all students. The internship and career center, go there, talk to your counselors, get to know the people in your department, in your major, and just go to like different seminars. And they have all these free events where you can learn like a wealth of information, and there are some really cool, nice staff members and other students that you'll get to meet during those times. Tips on biking in Davis. So Davis has a huge bike culture. It's actually the city with the largest like bike population in the US. Yeah.
The next is like Amsterdam.
Yeah. You will be biking a ton. We have the biggest campus of all the UC campuses. So to get from one into another, it's just a lot faster to bike. And professors and TAs, they all bike. You'll have to be biking in traffic.
Yes.
So UC Davis has some videos available to you to watch on
Link
safety.
in the description.
Yes. I would definitely recommend watching that. That was a whole new experience to me. My biggest tip is please wear a helmet. Most people do not wear a helmet, but I have just heard some really terrible stories of people getting really injured.
And they have free helmets at the bike barn.
Yes.
All you have to do is like sign a pledge and they'll give it to you for free, and it's like a really good quality bike helmet. One thing I would recommend is learn your hand signals. This is left, right, stop. They're really helpful. Or if you don't want to do that, when you're turning, just say it out loud, like left or like right. You really need to communicate with the fellow bikers around you, because accidents are so common at Davis because people don't, communicate. Or if you're passing someone, you got to say like on your left, on your right, just be aware of your surroundings. Lastly, bring a bike light at night.
Yes.
You can actually get ticketed if you don't have a bike light. And also, you need to see where you're going. And they have free ones at the taps.
Yes.
Davis is so providing. It's
Yes.
awesome. Favorite things to do in downtown Davis?
I feel like Davis has a really good boba scene. I would definitely recommend checking out all the different boba stops. It's a really small college town. The buildings are older, so they have a lot of character to them. It's just a really fun place to walk around, hang out. There's a really cute vintage movie theater that Noelle and I
Varsity.
saw Parasite at. Definitely go check it out and get that experience.
Two of my favorite things to do in downtown Davis are go check out the cafes. They have cute little, not really brand name ones, like Nishka's really cool, and Temple. They're really cute places to study. And also check out Death or Glory Tattoo and Piercing Shop. They're so nice there, and I got the cartilage there, and it was just like one of my favorite days ever because it was just such a good experience if you want to get like a tattoo or a piercing. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. All right, this is a great question. How do you manage your time in college? I feel like all of your social life, you know, what you do on the weekends, your chores, like that's all on you, your meals, you know, you're not scheduling that around family or anything. My first tip is prioritize your schoolwork. And I know people say, you know, like, oh, it's okay to skip class here and there, which it is and it's fine. But from my experience, like, it's hard to have fun and socialize and do all these other things when it's like there's a big assignment looming in the back of your head. Stay on top of those things. Try to get it done sooner so you can actually enjoy those other things that you want to do, like your clubs and your social life and stuff.
One thing that really helped me in my freshman year was writing things in my schedule. Emily and Kaylin, my other roommate, introduced me to Google Calendar, and it's so helpful to like physically see what you have to do and when you have to do it. Also, I love to write little lists on Post-it notes like every day and just stick it to my desk to see like exactly what I needed to do. That's kind of a personal thing, but it really helped me out. College is way different from high school. No one's gonna be like at your desk telling you exactly what to do. Like, you have to have personal agency to do your work, and like Emily said, put academics first because you're paying for this is tuition money, so just take it seriously, but also don't forget to have fun, take some mental breaks, you know. College essentials.
When you're biking around at night, like I've just seen people like slip or fall over because they don't see a bump in the road or like a stick or something. I found it super helpful to have a really bright shining flashlight that's detachable. You could take it off, that way no one steals it. Whoa, wait, that's another thing. People like to steal stuff on your bike, so please invest in multiple locks.
Multiple
good
lights.
locks. Yeah, multiple lights. I didn't get anything stolen because I actually used 2 locks.
That's one unfortunate thing about Davis. People steal bike parts. It's so random. Like, people will steal bike seats, literally.
Oh, yeah.
Hydro flask. I would bring it everywhere. I would fill it up with ice in the DC because I love chewing on ice. That's just something I always had on me. And your ID. Your ID is essential to have on you at all times. It's how you swipe in the DCs. It's how you get into your dorm room. What else do you use it for?
On assignment and test days, sometimes they'll check it.
You use it at the ARC to swipe in. You use it for Aggie Cash if you want to eat somewhere that's not the DC. Like, your ID is like life. It's like really important to have.
Yeah. Favorite campus activity? I really enjoyed visiting different parts of campus. UC Davis is super cool because we have a bunch of cool things on campus, like a student farm or cows or an equestrian center, and apparently there are llamas somewhere on campus, which I have not seen. We have a meat lab, a beautiful walkway around this like man-made lake, the arboretum. Oh, we used a music room too that we just like, you can book a free slot. There's pianos and stuff in there. See what's available to you. Find like a new cool place to study or hang out with friends, like lay out a blanket and stuff.
Remember, it's the biggest UC campus. There are so many things to do, so many hidden gems on campus. My personal favorite were game days. Like, I'm talking about football games, gymnastics competitions. I realized I'm kind of a sports fanatic. I like going to the events. We went to this fan feast day and we watched this basketball game, and it was so fun, guys. Wasn't that so fun?
Yeah, and they had delicious food there, too.
It was amazing. I just really recommend going to the games, even if you're not a really big fan of that. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, because there's, like, this Aggie pride, and you realize it's your college, and you, like, root for your team. It's a lot of fun. Tips on dorm life. Emily and I were actually roommates. Thankfully, we had a super smooth experience. Hopefully, on my end, we did.
Yes, we definitely did.
If you don't know your roommate, get to know them. You're going to be living with this person for like a year. I don't know actually how it's going to be this coming year because of COVID, but if you do have a roommate, just like get to know them, try to spend time with them to resolve problems. It's also just have open communication, because you don't want to have built up resentment like halfway through the year and then you bring something up like from the beginning and it's like a mess. You just have to really talk to them, be honest, and let them know your boundaries and what you're comfortable with.
One thing that really helped us from the get-go was we actually did a roommate agreement. There's tons of those online. You can find them in different books and stuff. Just take a look at some basic ones and have a discussion about those questions. Like, what are quiet hours? Do you need certain conditions to sleep better? Whether or not you're friends with them, I think we were really lucky. We became really close friends. But even if you're not super buddy with your roommate or anything, just to get those baseline like living preferences is really helpful for communication and preventing any conflict from even coming up in the first place.
Exactly.
Laundry chips in the dorms. They technically say only to use the liquid detergent, but Noelle used Tide Pods, and those were fine. So you can use both. You have to use a credit card, and you have to insert it a certain way. There's actually a picture on the thing of how to insert it. That took me like 10 minutes to figure out the first time. And try to, if you can, I would say try to keep an eye on your laundry. Sometimes I would study in the laundry room because some people are really impatient, and so if they see one laundry be like done and it's just sitting in there, people sometimes take your laundry out for you, and then they just leave it on
like,
the
touch your
shelf.
laundry, put it on the counter. That was so nasty. Another thing is, for our dorm, but I think this is all the dorms in Davis, there were 6 washers and 6 dryers for the entire building, so it is kind of competitive to do your laundry. So I would recommend choosing a day that is not like really typical laundry day. Like Saturdays, so busy. Sundays, so busy. We would go on like Thursdays or Wednesdays, and it would be like doable.
What are college classes like? / what can you expect? The dynamics do change when you take college university courses versus high school, and I think the biggest change for me was realizing that your instructors, your teachers, your professors, they actually kind of see you more on the same level, rather than like a student that they're trying to, teach. And they actually do want to get to know you and have a conversation. You're an adult now. They also kind of want to get you involved on different research projects or things that they're, that are going on in the department. And so
college classes, I would say they're big. They're like, just in general, they're big, so it's easy to be just another face in the crowd, get lost, do like the minimum. But if you really want to get a good experience out of your classes, talk to your professors, reach out to them, and do as much as you can. Like, just don't do the minimum. Like, actually read the material and engage yourself, because it's interesting if you take it seriously. Best dining commons and why? So there are 3. There's Tercero, Segundo, and Cuarto. Actually, there's 4. And Latitude. What's your favorite? Let's say it on the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Latitude. Yes. Latitude actually opened up halfway through our college experience. Their whole theme is like around the world, like diverse, multicultural food. They have like sushi rolls,
crepes.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. The quality of the food is really good. It does kind of get busy. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you got
No, you got it. Go. Oh my gosh. It does get kind of busy sometimes. Like, Latitude's kind of its own special thing. Between the other DCs, Segunda, I think, is known to have, like, the best
better
food.
Yeah.
They have a lot of stuff from Student Farm that goes there. There's, like, slightly more options.
And if you're wondering where Latitude is, it is right next to the Tercero living area, and the interior is beautiful because it's super new. It's just like super high ceilings, and there's like a second floor, just really nice ambiance. Favorite spots on campus?
I personally really liked the Arboretum. It extends really far along the side of the campus. It's super beautiful. There's a lake. You can see like even the equestrian team where they practice and stuff. Definitely go on a jog or walk there at some point, or a date.
Ooh. My favorite was the quad / memorial. On the quad, they have these blue hammocks like attached to trees. No, they're attached to poles, but they're like super busy all the time. But staying on a hammock in the middle of the quad is just a different kind of relaxing. Just the grass is so green. People always chill there, have picnics. It's super nice. And the Memorial Union has like the campus store and the pantry, which I personally love visiting to get new merch and also to get like that boxed mac and cheese. Last question. What is one thing you would tell your pre-college self?
I would say take advantage of every single opportunity. Talk to as many people as possible, even when it's awkward, even when it's scary. Just expand the amount of resources that you get to have and opportunities you get to have with people. I made so many incredible connections. Don't be afraid. Talk to anyone. UC Davis is super friendly. Everyone is so kind and just willing to talk. So take advantage of that.
One thing I would tell myself is you're okay and you can do it. I have a big problem with homesickness, and I thought that would be the death of me. But thanks to my my roommates and really nice people on campus, I was able to get over it, and I had an amazing freshman year of college. And that's it, guys. I hope that was helpful information. I really enjoy talking about Davis. It's like home away from home for me.
I hope that this was really helpful, and even though this first year is not exactly how you expected it was going to be, I hope that you're still super excited, because college is an amazing time for growth and opportunity, and so I hope you take advantage of those things.
Hopefully, if you're going to Davis next year, we'll see you guys on campus. Come up to us, say hi to us, have a conversation. And if you guys have any more questions, leave them in the comments down below. We'll see you future Aggies in the fall. This is literally a burger and sushi. Like, the craziest combination.
Yes, but it's delicious. Okay.
First impression. I'm so excited. Cheers. That's a nice burger. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna take a bite of the burger, and then I'm gonna take a bite of the sushi and see what that combination does. What? I'm genuinely blown away.
Good, right?
The part I'm surprised about is that it's good together. That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
King's Burger got sushi in Northridge, right next to Seaside.
Try it. It's life-changing.
Try it. It really is. Oh, what? Do you need something? He probably hasn't seen a student in so long. These squirrels are legit following us. Oh my gosh.